welcome to Flip TV News. I am Anila Omolara. Here are the news headlines. Oyo to prosecute 3 held over Ibadan explosion. Israeli Prime Minister rejects Hamas proposed ceasefire terms in Gaza. Tension as bandit kills soldiers on peacekeeping mission, Nasarawa State. Nigerians celebrate African semi-final win. Now the news in detail. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde on Wednesday received an official report on the January 16th explosion in the Old Bodija area of Ibadan, which claimed 5 lives, injured 77 persons, and destroyed 58 houses. The special advisor to the governor on security, Fatai Owosheni, a retired commissioner of police, disclosed to the newsman that the report was linked to 3 persons. It was learned that the government appointed medical securities and engineers teams. Findings are included in the study. Addressing newsmen shortly after the presentation of the report, Owosheni said 3 persons of interest have been identified to connection with the cause of the unfortunate incident, and they will face prosecution based on the investigation carried out. Moving on. Benjamin, the Prime Minister of Israel, rejects Hamas' proposed parameters for a ceasefire, claiming that total victory in Gaza is achievable in a few months. He was speaking in response to ceasefire proposal endorsed by Israel, which had been met with a series of demands from Hamas. Mr. Netanyahu called the group terms bizarre and stated that talks with them were not going anywhere. Israel was expected to take issues with Hamas' counteroffer, but this response is categorically rebuked, and Israeli officials clearly see an effort by Hamas to end the war on its terms as utterly unacceptable. Zuri told the Reuters news agency that Mr. Netanyahu's remarks are a form of political bravado and show he intends to pursue the conflict in the region. The BBC was informed by an official Egyptian source that fresh talks mediated by Qatar and Egypt are still scheduled to take place in Cairo on Thursday. The source stated that Egypt had urged all sides to exhibit the required adaptability in order to come to a peaceful resolution. In other stories, in the wake of the suspected murder of 3 Nigerians, army soldier and 2 vigilantes by bandits who stormed the total local government area on Tuesday, there is evident anxiety in the Katakwa community in the Nasarawa State. 3 people were killed and millions of naira worth of properties was destroyed by unidentified gunmen on February 1, 2024 in the Katakwa and Okudu settlements. This caused the Nigerian army to send troops to the area to maintain peace and order. Nevertheless, a journalist learned that the bandits attacked the military forces on Tuesday afternoon, killing 3 soldiers and 2 vigilantes when they were working to restore order to the area. The president of Total LGA, Abdullahi Aliyu Tashas, spoke on the phone with a correspondent in Lafia on Wednesday, discussing the situation and expressing regret over the soldiers' death. The military personnel who were on patrol to maintain law and order in the area were ambushed by suspected bandits who killed 3 of them, the speaker stated. Finally, following the Hartford semi-final match, Nigerians triumphed over South Africa on penalties on Wednesday night, sending their side to the African Cup of Nations final. Following their knockout match at Bouake, Ivory Coast, substitute Kelechi Iheanacho gave Nigeria a 4-2 penalty shootout victory over South Africa. The 3-time African champion Nigeria will now play the host Ivory Coast in the final on Sunday after the game ended 1-1 after extra time. The final penalty at the Tiger Bar in Ikoyi, neighborhood of Lagos, the commercial hub of Nigeria, set off a flurry of celebration and dancing as their team qualified for the continental finals. And that's the Flip TV news for now. I am Anila Omolara. Thanks for staying with us.